Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. I was just watching some videos on YouTube, and I heard a characterization of the Black Panthers acknowledging that Donald Trump perhaps would be the best presidential candidate to serve black people. And I saw them put some stuff up there about Jesse Jackson at one time introducing Donald Trump. It probably was some time ago because Jesse was looking kind of young and Trump was looking kind of young, so I don't know what that has to do with anything. And I'm listening to people all trying to suggest that Donald Trump might be this and Donald Trump might be that. People just trying to say negative things about it. But what I want to say to black people especially, and then poor people specifically, you got to stop playing these games. You sitting up thinking about what Miss Clinton says she's going to do and you thinking she's lying. And somebody said 54 years of black people totally committed to giving support to Democrats and haven't got anything in return. And most specifically, under the direction of Barack Obama, they got worse. So I'm saying to all of the people everywhere, it is time you stop listening to what people say they are going to do for you. What was Donald Trump doing for you before? Not one darn thing. Now he comes along and say those things that are obviously true. You need this, you need that. Everybody knows it. So he comes out and articulates it, and then you start thinking that he's the one who's going to do it. That's the same thing Barack Obama did. So I want to ask you, when has anybody done anything for you who are black? When has any person done anything for you when you were poor? Never. Never. And all during those times, you were constantly believing they're going to do something. I want to tell you, they're never going to do anything for you. So what should you do? You should make a change, ladies and gentlemen, and stop these folks from coming in front of you telling you what they are going to do. Come in front of you and say they want to be president. And you tell them what to do. Not only do you tell them what to do, you tell them how to do it. There are some geniuses in this country. Pure D geniuses. People who can work it out just like that. And we let some knucklehead come here who've been bought and paid and sold and stand before us and say what they're going to do. And we've been so brainwashed, obviously, so downtrodden, obviously, till we're sitting here right now talking about Donald Trump as evil, but he's not as evil as Miss Clinton. Talking about Miss Clinton is evil, but she's not as evil as Donald Trump. But you're saying that they're both evil. And if you vote for any of them, it's because you are evil too. And evil is what you're going to get. And some of you are going to be blessed by that evil, and some of you are going to be cursed by that evil. And you'll still be pouting if you're alive. So wouldn't it be just as simple to look at all people on the face of the earth? And if you don't want to look that far, look at the people in America. Every last one of them, old, young, in between. They need food, good food, not this GO stuff that's killing them. They need clothing, real clothing, not this stuff showing all of their behinds out. People wearing thongs in the streets. They need shelter, houses, tents, whatever they need or want. And it needs to be good. This is what people need. They need education. They need it. And not just brainwashed education, but education that helps to promote thinking. Then they need health care. Of course they need health care. And what else do they need that's very important? It's as important as all these things that I just mentioned put together. And what is it? It's a career, a job. A job that allows these things that I've just mentioned to be produced and made in such an abundance that every last one of them can access them. How much sense does it take for you to understand that? And if you determine that these are the things that's most important right now for the people of this country, and you can plan it, then you can hire somebody to do that. And when they go in office and don't want to do it, you fire them just like you got fired last week. You snatch their butts back out of there. What are you doing? What in the world are you doing? Are you programmed to? Are you a part of the establishment feeding folks this garbage? I don't care if Donald Trump comes in office and do everything that he said he was going to do. It's still not enough. Do you think $15 an hour minimum wage is enough for who? A puppy requires more than $15 an hour for survival. So stop acting like you have a mind of Satan. Don't you know that that goodness exists? And if it doesn't, let it exist in you. I am so fed up with you acting like you are purely dumb, purely stupid, purely crazy. Letting someone come and tell you what they're going to do for you, and all your life they've been lying, and you're still sitting there hoping. This should be your job. Your job should be to sit down with as many groups as you possibly can and come up with ways and means that those things that I just mentioned that are uniquely, for the people, for their survival, and how you can achieve these things. Come up with the plans. And then hire a president, if you change the name to CEO, whatever you want to call it, to implement this stuff. Now, he can't trick you. You came up with the plan. You came up with the plan. I'm tired now of hearing people on YouTube talking about putting somebody else down, lifting somebody else up, talking this and talking that, and nobody talking about a plan. Nobody talking about a plan. Now, when I say nobody, I'm talking about for the most part. You can look through there. There are a couple of people. There are a couple of movements that are actually talking about a plan. And they're not talking about a plan to lead you to hell. They're talking about some great plans. But for the most part, people are not even thinking about a plan. They just trusting that some other knucklehead that they're going to allow to trick them, going to do something for you. If you allow a person to come to you and tell you what he's going to do for you and you accept that, you deserve everything you get. Now, yes, I sound like I'm a little upset. I'm upset because I've allowed myself to be put in a position so I can see the stuff. I can see what's going on. And there's no one out there hurting in America any more than I'm hurting. I'm not just hurting because I don't have. I'm hurting because the people are hurting. I'm hurting because there's a God somewhere that planned this earth that it wouldn't happen like this unless you lost your mind voluntarily. And if you lose your mind voluntarily, then you suffer what you sow. Golly! Gomer Pyle need to hear this. I don't care if you got a suit on, a nice tie, and a haircut. I don't even care if you got your teeth in your mouth, in your head. I don't care if you got that stuff. You talking like a stupid fool. I don't care if you're CEO of this or that, president of a university or college or something like that. You talking like a fool when you're talking about letting somebody come up and telling you what they're going to do, and then you vote them in just because they said it. Why? Every business out here came up with a business plan. Every last one of them came up with a business plan, the ones that survived. Now, why don't you come up with a plan to serve this nation? It's a simple plan. If you can do it for one family, broaden that to spread across the nation. It's just that darn simple. Golly. Man, y'all make me feel like I'm a genius. Bye.